In the next 3 minutes, we're going to show you how to fully set up and configure our free Health Check app so that you can run regular health checks on your Business Central environment on demand. Like with all of our apps, you'll first need to download it from App Source, but unlike our other applications, this does not require a demo or activation key, as it is completely free, meaning you can utilize it forever at no charge. Once the application is downloaded, make sure that you add our Health Check user permissions to all users in the system, as well as our Health Check setup permissions to anyone that will need to perform the following actions. Once this has been completed, you're ready to do the quick configuration that follows. So let's take a look here in the system. So in order to find that app, go ahead and search Health Check, and we'll start with this Health Check setup. We'll get into the dashboard in the subsequent videos. So search for Health Check, go to the setup, and one of the first things that you'll see on the screen here is this user setup. Now, we've just completed the user permissions in the first step, but this will further define which users are actually able to launch the dashboard. So in this step, you can simply click the user setup here and then start to add in the users as well as their default view and time period that you can see here. After that's done, we can go out here, and the next thing you'll need to do is simply activate the extension right here. After this, you're ready to move down to the accounting tab, which is the only thing really here that needs to be configured. So this last run date is simply a reference point for the customer late payer indicators on the accounting tab that we'll see in our next video. No action is needed at this time, but it is a good reference point if you're ever wondering when the past time your late payer indicators were refreshed. Next is this average payday indicator threshold. This will be the buffer to highlight customers as chronic overdue or late payers. For example, if a customer's payment terms are net 30, the current setup would give them a 5-day buffer, meaning they wouldn't be flagged as a late payer, which will be highlighted in red, until they go 35 days overdue. 5 is just a number we like to use as an example, but this can be configured to whatever your buffer preferences are. After this, we have our number of payment receipts for APD, which stands for average paydays. This indicates how many payments you want to look at when calculating the customer's day sales outstanding or DSO. In this case, we have 10 payments being included in this calculation. That means that the health check will look at the customer's last 10 payments that were made compared to the invoices that those payments were applied to. It will then utilize the metrics to define on average how long your customer typically takes to pay. This can also be used in other areas in the system to define on an invoice by invoice basis when you can expect your customers to pay you based on the past performance that we see here. On the right-hand side, we have our number series warnings. This acts as an indicator to tell you when I get this many numbers away from the ending number, show up on the health check dashboard. As an example, if my invoice ending number was invoice 1000, it would start to show up as a warning when I hit invoice 900 in the dashboard. You can, of course, configure this to your needs as well. The final two pieces we have here are our old sales documents and purchase documents. This is essentially the period of time you want to ignore in the setup. So in this case, it would ignore everything in the current month and would not flag those as old documents. Anything last month or older would show on the old documents indicator. You can also use other popular date examples like -1M to show everything older than the last rolling month, then anything older than 30 days would show. Or -1W, for example, to show anything outstanding for longer than a week. This, like everything else we've just seen, is totally configurable by you as well. Once these key setups have been completed, you are ready to navigate to the Health Check dashboard to start analyzing your data.